Hey guys, Melissa Guzman here, and this video, hopefully you chose it today because you were looking for some insight on how to choose a lash glue like a pro. So I have just a few that I'll be reviewing in this video. There are so many different lash products, you guys, and I've tried a whole bunch of them, but I've narrowed it down to just a few to choose from if you're either applying makeup to somebody else or doing it on yourself. Hopefully this will give you some tips and tricks on how to do that in a most effective way. I know that I struggled a lot with lashes earlier in my career, and it really just wasn't my thing. But now that they're just an everyday style now, I can just pop those things on in no time. So if you are interested, then thank you for clicking and keep on watching. All right, so if you're like most people, you love the look of eyelashes, false eyelashes. There are so many different ways of doing it, and today what we're going to go over are adhesives. Okay, so there are a lot of different options when it comes to eyelashes. There's the individuals, there's now these clamping type of singles that can stay on anywhere from a day to a week. There's magnetic, which is a whole other video on its own that I'll be happy to do for you because I did go on a magnetic lash kick. And then there's adhesive, which is pretty tried and true method. But the thing is that adhesive has come pretty far these days. Maybe people are not aware of some of the new adhesive options. So that's my goal of this video, so that you can see the differences. So starting out pretty basic, I have Ardell here, okay? And there's different brands that you can choose from, but this is our typical latex-based lash glue. You can get it in clear and in black. Those are the usual colors that are available. I have black here. Oh, see how it comes out in little bubbles? That's really cute. So after a while, these kind of lash glues, I'm going to tell you because I have some in my kit, they can get kind of runny and kind of old. It looks like it comes out gray, but it actually does dry into a really nice black. Now, nothing wrong with this method. This is definitely a tried and true method. However, here's the clear version of it. However, if you do use the clear, typically you can kind of see little white residue. It's, you can kind of tell that there's this little sticky there. You do have to be careful. And when you're putting them on the lash, the best thing you can do is do your best to keep a nice strip. Let me just grab a lash here, for example. This is actually a magnetic lash that I don't really wear those a whole lot more these days, so I'm going to use it as an example, okay? So you take your lash. I personally do prefer the dark, okay? Whether you're using a black liner or not, a dark base just darkens the lash line so that the lashes look fuller. So I typically like to use the black in the latex liquid form here. Now this will stay very well. If there's any oils on the eyes, if you have like an oil-based primer or moisturizer underneath and you use that before you put it on, it may affect how it adheres. And typically you see in the inside corner or the outside popping up, and that's how you know that the lash is pretty much done, okay? It's just sometimes it just doesn't last that well. A way to get around that is to powder your eyelash or your eyelid really well before you adhere it. Another way, some adhesives, and this works with any kind of adhesive, is to put a little bit of a dehydrating, maybe like a primer or something like that on your eye prior, and you use the liquid like this. Okay? So you take the tip here. I've squeezed out a lot of that liquid, so I'm just gonna get. It looks a little weird because I'm getting bubbles because it's kind of old. And it's really liquidy, but you just kind of brush it against the base of the eyelash, okay? Or the eyelash, the false eyelash. And you create a strip. And you don't want it to be too thick because that's going to take forever to dry and you're more likely to see it. So if you see it falling up, more than likely you're using too much. So the reason, I don't know if this is on purpose or not, but when you have a gray tint to it, you know that it's still pretty wet, okay? Now these take a while to dry, and you really want it to be tacky before you try to put it on your lash base because otherwise you because it's black. If it starts moving around, then you're gonna have black latex on, mess up your mascara, or not your mascara, but your eyeshadow. It can just kind of get messy, and this is a big reason why I think a lot of people don't even bother with lashes, because it can be a mess, right? You get it all over your eye, poof, your whole eye is sticky, it's hard to get off, and your whole makeup look is just done. So if you're gonna go with this method, my suggestion is to just wait until this starts to darken up, okay? It does take a while. You can see the difference, right? This one's still pretty light because it's fresh. This one's starting to get dark. Now you see, this is still really liquidy. You wanna wait, and I know, lashes, it's like watching paint dry, right? You just sit there and you wait and you wait. Yeah. My kids yelling, nothing new, right? And you wait. And you wait, and you hope that eventually it's going to get tacky. Now look, this is what happens if you don't wait, okay? Put the glass. Okay, it's a little tacky, but oops, I blinked. Oops, it moved around. Now it's all over, and it's crooked, and it's weird, and it fell off, and it's on my floor, and I have little hairs on it now, and I can't use it. This is why you want to wait and let it be as tacky and sticky as possible before you try to adhere it, okay? So this is getting there, but don't be shy to wait. More than likely it's not going to fully dry before you put it on your eye. So that is a pretty typical standard method. Is there anything wrong with it? I don't think so, not at all. I still have a couple of these in my kit. Now the thing about this is if you have any kind of latex allergy, it's going to irritate your eyes, okay? You really need to know if you're working on a client if they have a latex allergy, because this can really mess them up and make them feel irritated all night. So, my kids are crazy. So those are your choices with the latex base lash glue. They work. I personally have moved away from that for a few reasons. So when I remove my lash glue, I still have little pieces of latex in my eye. I'm picking it out. It's sticky. It does tend to come up easier. And yeah, so those kinds of things made me kind of venture out and try some new things. That's one big reason why I went with the magnetic liner for so long, or magnetic eyelashes for so long, because I was kind of tired of the latex. Then something new came out and I was a really big fan. So this is Eyelure 18-hour lash glue, black finish, okay? As you can see, it is quick drying, it's botanically infused and cruelty free, dermatologically tested, and it is water resistant, I believe. Does it say that on there? Did I make that one up? Anyways, it's 18-hour. This one's not water resistant, I guess. Maybe I just made that up. Anyway, so this one I really fell in love with. As you can see, this is the first one I bought, and yeah, it's been used, it's been loved. I'm very happy with it. It's, you know, it's getting old, as you can see. It has a little doe foot, but it's hard. It's a hard doe foot. It doesn't have the little fur on it like a lip gloss would. And you basically take this, and same, you rub it against, instead of squeezing it on here, you rub it against the edge of your lash. And I just do that a few times to create a nice thin strip layer. As it says, this definitely dries quicker than the typical latex. And I have definitely slept in these things, been in the wind in these things, and they have a very nice hold, okay? It is very rare and very unusual. Someone's texting me. Very rare and very unusual for this to come up on the sides angles of my eyes. So I've been really happy with it. It's really not that expensive. I think I got it at Target. And so it says the instructions here, and I've had a great experience with it. So apply the adhesive, like I said, just very thin on the edge of your lash. I didn't even put that much, honestly, but look, it holds really well. See, look. And I barely touched it. I mean, it still has some of that latex on it too, but you can see it's on there, right? But you can see, like, yeah, there's probably a little bit of latex tacky on there, but more than likely it's this. You know how I know is that I rub my fingers together and it, you know, kind of comes off. So being that this is not latex based, it is very sticky. so when you're taking it off, the makeup remover takes a lot of it. I've noticed some kind of oil-based eye remover, or even oil-free, but something just to get that little bit of residue. Even sometimes I still have to like pick out little pieces, but it tends to be more sticky, like a sticky residue instead of latex little glue balls like with the other. And I find that this one does not make my eyelashes come out when I take off my lashes. As you can see, my lashes are still fairly full for wearing them, you know, regularly. So this has been a really good choice for me. Like I said, I have my brand new backup here because I know when I run out, I'm gonna want more of it. So vegan friendly, latex free, easy on and off, PETA approved if you are, you know, animal activist. So this one I've definitely been a big fan of. Then I went looking for more of this and it was really hard to find. I don't know if people are buying it out or what, but it's been very hard to find. Can you exit? Thank you. It's been really hard to find, but when I did find it, which was on a box at Target, like on the ground, and everything was picked through, and it was the very last one. I'm not really sure why. I'll post the price of this guy. But when I was looking for it, I grabbed it. I was like, oh, good. But then I saw this guy, and this is House of Lashes, okay? And this is also latex free, and this one is actually waterproof. So I was like, well, I'll give this a try, of course. And this one is in dark. It also says 100% cruelty free. And yeah, so the difference I found is that with this one, the tip, it is a brush on tip. So I find that that does make it a little bit easier. So I just kind of brush on my strip very, very lightly, you guys. And you make sure to get all the way to the end, okay? These ends are one of the most important parts, okay? So all the way, you brush it down. I let it dry for like 3 seconds, then I put another layer. And this also dries really quickly. It stays put. I'm sure if you really wanted to, you could put this on your eye as an eyeliner and then pop it right on as a bonder. But this one, I'm just like, it dries so fast. Look at that, you guys. Like, it just kind of pops right on. And anything that saves me time, I'm happy about. Okay, that lash is probably not the best example just because it does have a couple other adhesives and I don't want to like pretend like that's doing all the work for you. But look, this one is still drying, you guys. The latex, it takes forever. So needless to say, I am in love with these two right now. These are two of my current favorites on myself and on clients. I do have these in a pinch for, you know, clients in my makeup kit because they still have it, might as well. And, you know, if they don't have a latex allergy and I prep the eyelid, well, it should stay on. But if I really want to ensure it, this one is waterproof, so perfect, you know, if you have lashes on, you know, during the summer or anything like that. It says long wear, but it doesn't have 18-hour like this one. So this one I do find just stays on really well. And I think the botanical infusing of green tea and bamboo, I really do think that it's been helping my eyelashes grow. So I kind of bounce in between these two. I'd say this one's still my favorite, and I just like the doe foot. It just seems to, and I feel like you get more product from this one. So I'd say Eyelure. I'm still kind of just loving this one. This one's all gross. There is a brand new one in here, but this one is 4.5 milliliters, and this is 4 milliliters. So yeah, this is definitely less. 1.4 milliliters of lash glue. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 4 milliliter lash glue. So this is 4 and this is 4.5. So yeah, you do get more in this one. And I'll post the prices like I said. So I do really like this one for the brush, but for the 18-hour and all the botanicals and everything included, this is still my favorite. And for my daily use and professionally, this one this is long lasting. It has performed beautifully. It does not have the botanicals that this one has. And like I said, I've used latex for years, and I definitely noticed that my eyelashes were kind of suffering from it. And I think that the botanicals in this lash adhesive has helped to salvage my lashes while using it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my makeup on. And you'll see my lashes on. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, put them down on the bottom. And if there's some particular video you'd like me to go over, then please leave it in the comments. I always respond to my comments and I try to put out weekly. So you to see, even without eyeliner, when you have a dark base on your lash, it just makes it look fuller and gives you that more upswing. Um, Obviously, I had some trouble with this lash today, and that's totally fine. Honestly, sometimes I just have allergies and I get watery eye. So if I anticipate allergies, I probably should use the water resistant one. But obviously, I use the 18-hour Eyelure latex free one, and I'm totally fine with that. Honestly, like I just kind of wait until it's all on there, and then I take a little bit of my eyeshadow and just kind of buff out whatever went weird. I'm totally fine with that. You can be more particular if you want, but you know what? I gotta keep it moving, get my clothes on, do my hair. I'm gonna let it air dry and then use this little fun contraption that I have to dry it and move on with my day. So I hope that that was really informative for you guys. Um, Once again, subscribe if you like the content. Let me know what you want to know more about. I'm going to try to do more of a Like a Pro series so that you get some tips and tricks from a makeup artist. So I know there's a lot of them out there, but hey, maybe this one jives with you, maybe it doesn't. But if you do like it, make sure to subscribe.